Hello YouTubers and fellow hams. Portable operations. Something a lot of us do for fun. That's taking a radio and an antenna and equipment out of the shack and going out there somewhere to play radio. Of course, the popular things these days are SOTA and POTA, SOTA and POTA. Summits on the air and parks on the air. Now, summits on the air, guys, those guys are ambitious. You hike up to the summit of a mountain. So that takes a certain type. You know, my legs wouldn't allow, and knees wouldn't allow me to do it now, but that sounds like fun. But those guys are serious about weight. Ounces matter for them because they have to carry everything on a hike up a mountain. A lot of us that don't do something like that, a lot of us will do like parks on the air or camping trips or even sitting out in your backyard. And it's fun. For those portable operations, though, you need an antenna system. And a lot of times you can throw a wire up over a tree branch. But what if you're going someplace where there's no trees? And there's lots of places you might go, a beach or other areas where you might not have trees. And a portable mast system is a handy thing. Now, years ago, I had a telescoping banner pole like businesses would put out in front of their business. And I used the heck out of it. I loved it. It was about 14 and a half feet long. It was telescoping fiberglass. Eventually it broke. So I was looking for a portable mast. I wanted something fairly decent quality and heavy so it's not going to fall apart on me. I wanted some kind of a ground mount system, like a stake or something you could pound in. Just a nice portable mast that I could set up just about anywhere to put some kind of an antenna up. And I ran across this Vivor feather flagpole kit. It's 16.3 feet. It has a ground stake, a nice heavy steel ground stake for mounting it. Comes with a carrying case, and the carrying case has a lot of extra room in it, so you could put antenna stuff in there too, wire and matching balance and coax, and you could actually have the entire portable antenna in this carrying case. Now, this is obviously not something for the SOTA guys, but for the rest of us, if you're just looking for something to set up in your backyard or at a friend's or at the cabin over the weekend, or tent camping, I think this is going to be a good mast, and I'm going to give it a try today. Let's go have a closer look at the mast. Inside the box is this very nice bag, canvas bag. I can feel the poles inside. For $30, this feels really nice. And we got zippers here on the end. Okay, there we go. Instruction manual. I see. This front flap of the bag just comes over and the whole thing is, yeah, one big bag. So we have, that's nice. This is the ground stake, so this will be the sharpened end here. Yep. Ooh, right down to a point too. Wow, that's right down to a point. This would be the hammer side. I can feel it's just a flat piece. So this is steel, I think. It's too heavy to be aluminum. So you've got a stake you can pound into the ground, and then you've got the mount point here to mount the flagpole on. For $30, this is some pretty nice hardware. I mean, that is solid. That is solid. That's steel. And here's the pole itself. Okay. They're just tapered. Yeah. I think they're just tapered so they just slot into each other. There's the top of the pole. That's what I want to see, is what's at the top of the pole. There we go. And we have a nub. Does that come off? It does. Okay, it's just a little fiberglass pole with this little nub glued on the end of it, so I'll have to come up with something I can stick on the end of this with a mount for hooking on an antenna. Well, here we are in FreeCAD. I spent the last half hour throwing this little design together, and this will be half of the topper. So you'll print 2 of these and then sandwich them together, and 4 M3 screws will go through there to screw them together. So anyway, that's the design. I'm going to print this out, and then we'll put together an antenna and try it out. So I'm up here on the porch. I just brought up the antenna kit. I like saying that. The flag kit. So I'm going to open the bag up here and I'm going to set things up. Okay. This has the shafts in here. Hopefully I'm on camera. Yeah. I've got my paracord, my antenna balance or ununs, and the wire, and of course the ground stake. I need to go get a hammer. I might use a rock. And I got about 25 feet of coax. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run the coax out from my operating position so I know where the antenna is going to start. And then I'll know where to put the stake in, and I'll pound in the stake and we'll set things up. This is the part that the antenna mounts on, so this is the actual stake. So let's pop that off, and that's got a sharp point. And I want to put it about here. So I'm going to push it in as far as I can. Okay, let's see if we can do this without a hammer. I might need to go get a hammer. Oh no, it's going down. Broke the rock. Anyway, I'll get this finished. Okay, I've been preparing the antenna end. This is the 49:1 I'll be using. And this little enclosure I made, which I've put these all up on Thingiverse and printables, by the way. I'll link to them in the description. It has built-in little loops here for strain relief, so the antenna wire is actually tied to the housing and then loops back and connects. And then likewise, I've got a loop here for strain relief on the coax side. I've got some paracord I just tied on that I'll be able to tie to a rock, and that'll take the strain off the coax. I've run my antenna wire through the tip on the end here, the mast sections. That's the bottom section. It's got a little clamp on it. This will be the middle section. This will be the top. So these just slip onto each other, easy enough. Couldn't be any more straightforward. Top goes in here, like so. And then we can just raise it up. And I lost the bottom. And the bottom goes on the stake. It's up. So there's the mast. I'll have to go to the other side to give you a better shot because the sun's in that direction. Okay, here we are facing it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good height. And the top is bowing a bit, which we expect. If you can see it there. There we go. Not too bad. I've just got a rock at this end.
Yeah, who's the station out there? Somebody, I heard you in there, but I don't think I have my beam in your direction. What's your call?
Kilo Bravo Niner Romeo Lima Whiskey. Kilo Bravo Niner Romeo Lima Whiskey. Kingman, Arizona, Arizona, Arizona. Over.
Lima Whiskey, yeah, good. Hey, good evening to you. My name is Robert. I don't have my beam quite in your direction, I think. I'm located in Chicago. Kilo Bravo 9 Radio Lima Whiskey, November 9, November United, Quebec, over.
Yeah, well, I'm getting you pretty good about S9 out here in Arizona. I'm in Kingman, Arizona, so you'd have to point west. Name's Kevin, Kilo Echo Victor India November, and I'm reclined out on the front porch on a bright sunny day. It's about 80 degrees, no wind, and I got a little inverted V I just set up here in the front yard to play around with. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Hey, give me a second. I'm gonna move the beam to the west, okay? I'm gonna talk. You're gonna hear me, and you're gonna lose me. But I'm gonna tell you which way I'm beaming. Right now, I'm moving the beam into the east. You may hear me a little bit. I'm beaming into Europe, beaming into the North Atlantic. Coming around over the North Pole. We're gonna probably lose you a little bit. And I'm gonna bring the beam out into the Pacific Northwest. And I'm gonna bring the beam now to the West Coast. And I'm going to stop on the southwest there and see if I can hear you better. Kilo Bravo 9, Radio Lima Whiskey, N9NUQ with the beam on you now, over.
N9NUQ, KB9RLW. Yeah, that was fun to watch. I never lost you. Did get the weakest as you were coming around the Pacific Northwest. And you went from around an S9 to now you're about 10 over. Over?
Yeah, Roger. So tell me about your antenna. What is the name? You said something you're operating there, wire. I'm not sure if that was a wire vertical, over.
Oh, I'm just playing around with a little mast I picked up, doing a video on it, and I've got a little inverted V up here in the front yard. It's a end-fed half-wave cut for 20 meters. I know you can't hear me. It's super windy. 20 to 25 mile-an-hour winds, and that little mast is just hardly moving. My little inverted V antenna is just sitting there. We're going around a little bit, but it's not too bad. It's a good little mast. I'm happy with the purchase. So that's the Vivor feather flagpole kit, portable mast idea. I think I like it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it a lot here. And you know, if I get traveling again and I pull into a spot and I just want to put up a quick antenna and I don't have trees, this will be the quickest and easiest mast to put up. Now with the end of it, I think I made that end for connecting the wires, just that little 3-loop thing. Since that's a little 4mm rod, you could 3D print just about any kind of an adapter you want for the end of it. You know, you could have an offset standoff if you wanted to have a vertical wire. You don't want to have the wire wrapped around the metal pole of the mast. Who knows, you can make all kinds of stuff. So I think it's a pretty nice mast kit. I can recommend it. If you want a portable antenna solution, this looks like a good deal. It's well built, it's solid, should last many, many years, and it's easy to deploy. Hope you found that useful. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're not already a subscriber, click to subscribe. Join us on the Facebook channel for discussion about the videos. And if you'd like to help support this channel, please click to support me on my Patreon page.